Welcome to Corks and Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy books and theories. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Jen. Quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books, so expect some spicy language, spicy content someday, and spicy spoilers.
We're getting to the spicy book.
It's this book, guys.
Yeah. So it's coming. So let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. Today we are covering the prologue through chapters 9 because there's a lot that happens, but it's not super exciting yet either. So we're trying to push through the boring parts for you. But anyway, Jen, while we're all reading the world building part of the books, what are we chomping on?
Of the book Gleam.
Sure.
Yeah,
Whatever.
sure. We are going to have, this is kind of yummy, guys, just so you know. It is a garlicky pull-apart bread.
God, that just
that's
sounds
stuffed
so
with
good.
spinach and feta,
Up
which
until
I know
that point, you
until
had
the
me.
feta. I had you until the spinach. I know. I'm sorry. But I wanted something that would cover our introduction to King Rot, which I know that we had at the end of our last book.
But this is where we get to know him.
This is where we get to know him more. And also because poor Orin is being pulled in multiple directions.
Sure is.
It kind of fit the bill.
Yeah.
You know, this is a lot like if you've had monkey bread before. This is a savory stuffed monkey bread.
Okay. So not sweet, but savory.
Right.
Cool.
So you're making bread, if you want to do it yourself, flour, yeast, sugar, salt, milk, combining it all. Or as an alternative, you could buy crescent rolls, the crescent roll dough.
That's where we're at.
And roll it out. If you get the rollout one that doesn't have the perforations on it, like it's a single sheet, that's even better for you.
Okay.
So you just take the spinach, about 8 ounces of feta cheese crumbles, and 8 ounces of chopped spinach. If you get it frozen, make sure you thaw it and juice it, because it is going to be wet. You do not want this to be wet, because it'll make it weird. Anyway, you mix those two together, and you put them in the center. If you take crescent roll dough, you're going to cut as many pieces as you can out of it. This says 32. If you want to do 24 and make them a little bigger, that's fine. You put about a teaspoon of the mixture in the middle of your little square, and you make it into a little ball with that in the middle. And then you're going to put that in a garlic butter. So it's melted butter, garlic powder, and I used Greek herb seasoning for this one because feta, spinach, roll it together, and then you're putting it in a bundt cake pan. You're just spreading them all around a bundt cake pan.
Spreading those balls all around.
And then once you get done coating all the balls, whatever's left, go ahead and pour that on them. And then you're going to bake it. And you bake it at 375 for about 25 to 30 minutes or until it's golden brown and is not burning.
That's the key.
That is an important thing.
Yep, that is the key.
And then you let it sit for about, let it sit and cool for about 5 minutes or until you can't take it anymore.
Yep.
Whichever comes first. Invert it onto a serving plate. So just put the plate on top of the bundt pan, flip it over.
Okay.
And take the bundt pan out so you'll have a
dome.
A dome.
A ball dome.
A ball dome. Yes. And then you just pluck the balls out and eat them. So what are we going to drink with this?
Well, balls always go better with wine. And we are going to be drinking Berry Days by Prairie Creek Vineyards. They're out of Nebraska. So this weekend I went to Toast, Nebraska, which is a wine festival.
A big wine festival.
Huge
it's a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. And I drank so much wine this weekend and did not drink nearly enough water. So I got this one, A, because it was on sale. And who doesn't love a good discount wine? And B, Orin was very dazed when we left her at this last book. So we will be jumping into this book and she's going to be confused and hurt and working through all sorts of emotions and wishing she had some wine.
So if you guys don't remember, at the end of Glint.
Oh, God. That is sweet.
She was, yeah, by the way, it's going to be really
It is
sweet.
a very sweet wine.
Rip gives Oren back to Midas, and Midas sneaks her in and tries to put her in a cage, which she emphatically says no to. She breaks the cage door, and then he locks her in the room while he goes to talk to King Ravenger. And she does not handle this well.
Why would she?
At all. And after a few hours and her gilding the wooden door that was holding her in,
And everything
else, she feels this presence in the outside room, and it is King Ravenger, aka King Rot, coming in to set her free. And right at the end of the book,
the way the book ended, like literally the last paragraph, the last like sentence even of the book.
Yes, he decides to let her know that Rip is Rot.
Rot
is
Rip.
Slade.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, the last sentence in the book is "Call me Slade," and we are coming into her flashback.
Yeah, it starts with a flashback.
And we'll start with picking up right after that.
So, Raven Kennedy is responsible for ruining my sleep when I read these books. So
it's fine.
I hope she's happy.
I know she's happy because she loves that people love these books. By the way,
it's a huge compliment to an author. So
I don't know who else is on Book Talk, but suddenly Raven Kennedy's books, specifically the Plated Prisoner series, has become extremely popular.
I love it so much.
And I am so happy for her.
I think part of it is everyone was on an Onyx Storm hangover and it's not finished. And so everyone's like they're looking for a finished fantasy series that's got good plot, it's good spice, it's written very well written, and everyone's like, Plated Prisoner, it's done. Yes. Enjoy. Good luck.
And if you can get through the first book, the first 3 chapters of the first book, you're golden.
And honestly, the first 3 chapters, and I'm proud of you. That was very punny. Look at you. But the first 3 chapters for a fantasy series like this, that's nothing. Usually it's the first 3 books that are like, okay, we get it. There's a castle. Like, just a lot of world building in those.
The orgy tends to make people DNF, though.
And
rightly so. I mean,
everyone's got their boundaries, and that's fine. Anyway, so that's my wine pairing. Went off on a tangent there. Are we ready to jump into it?
Let's jump in.
Okay, so like Jen said earlier, we are jumping into this book, and it is Oren's POV, and it's a flashback. We are back to Defort Harbor?
Defford or Durford Harbor?
Something like that. I don't listen to the audiobooks, so...
I did listen to the audiobook, and that does not mean that I actually remember how they said this.
Totally fair.
I think it was Defford Harbor.
Which is, it's wet, depressing, port city, it's where dreams go to die.
Third Kingdom.
So, we're opening up there, and Oren is struggling. Although she did just get a promotion.
Hey!
So, Oren was a child beggar, as we know from her previous flashbacks. She was a beggar as a child, as children tend to do. She grew up, and she is now of legal age. At 15, right?
15 years old.
15.
She's an adult according to Orient culture.
Yes. So she got promoted from beggar to saddle. And yeah.
That's not a promotion.
It's the opposite of a promotion.
I mean, she's definitely not taking it well.
She is not. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She's not. I mean, who would be, right? But she is struggling with the new job duties. Yep. And this is where we get more of an in-depth character review, I guess, of
Zakir.
He is the pimp of the West Side Harbor. He's a gentleman through and through. Definitely not gross. Yeah.
Compared to Barden East.
True. That is true. We do hear about Barden East in this chapter. So yeah, you got your West Side and your East Side fighting. How very
West Side Story.
Yep.
All right, so it starts off with Oren sitting and reflecting about how in Anwen, the sky used to be better. And it used to sing. And rain wasn't just rain. And the smells definitely weren't the smells that she has now at this harbor. She's really just hiding out from Zakir at this point so that she doesn't have to fulfill her saddlery duties. For those of you that do not remember what a saddle is a prostitute. And because she is now 15, her first experience into sex was just lay back, it'll be over in a minute.
What every girl wants to hear.
So, yeah, Zakir is really pushing for her to continue doing this, and she's lucky with him that he waited until she was 15 because Barden East would not have done the same for her.
So Barden East is kind of like Zakir uses Barden East kind of like a boogeyman, right?
He really does.
Yeah, like if you don't do this, and Barden East is gonna come and take over, and we have all heard those horror stories. So Zakir is kind of known as like child beggars, right? Like small scale stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pickpocketing, begging,
petty theft,
theft, a little pimping.
Just on the side,
Probably some gambling stuff.
Yeah, casual. I'm sure he's got some tie to the ports a little bit, bringing in drugs or whatever. Yeah. But Barden East is
pirates.
Yeah, flesh trading. He doesn't care what age anyone is. It's just if he can use or abuse someone to make money, he's going to.
Yes, and he's just a fantastic guy. But Oren spends a lot of time thinking about her parents, trying to remember the sound of her mother's voice, trying to remember if Anwen is really the way she thinks it was.
Or if that's just, how when you look back at things with that rosy tinted,
like how the 1950s were so much better than now. With your cocaine and
with your
I wasn't
cocaine
either.
and stuff.
Yeah, but she's struggling, and she was so excited when she turned 15 and he bought her first real dress.
That was a heartbreaking scene to read because she was really excited about this dress because she thought it was just a nice present.
It was pink and it had
frills
ribbon.
And bows. Yeah.
Speaking of ribbons, she does not have them yet, guys.
At this point, she does not.
Right.
Yep. So, but yeah, she had this dress and she was just so excited. She thought it was just a nice gift for it'd be like our 18th birthday, right? Like that's a big, you're an adult now kind of birthday. But no, that's the dress that she's expected to wear while she's, I'm going to say, on the clock.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yep. So that was a heartbreaking scene to read about.
It really was. And there's a lot of, okay, so we don't have this in our notes because I am terrible and trash. But there's a lot of references and foreshadowing in the prologue to her getting her ribbons.
Sure, if you're into that sort of thing, I guess.
I know you read for the vibes. I'm sorry. We just had this conversation. Blame PB Squamer, it's his fault.
Always.
So there's a lot of references to what's happening with Oren as her ribbons are going to be growing out. Like, as she gets nervous after Zakir hits her in the back of the head. Because, why? Because it's the only spot where you can't see bruises, guys. Because her skin is so gold.
And the hair covers it.
Yeah. That it turns like a bronzy color when she's got a bruise. But when she gets really nervous around him, one of the spots says, the space between my shoulder blades tingles, itching. And in another spot it says, the skin along my spine jumping like my fear wants to sprout out. So we've talked about her ribbons before, and we've been trying to figure out if they were
sentient.
Well, we knew they were kind of sentient, but we were trying to figure out why she has them.
Like I said, a defense thing? Is it just her power? What is it?
And we kind of leaned toward the defense thing.
Well, I mean, look at her childhood. She needed all the defense she could get.
Yeah. So, but there's a couple of references in the prologue if you look through it where it talks about her spine and where the ribbons are going to end up sprouting. And she also has her first bright side ever in the prologue, guys. Her first bright side is because even though it's not good,
could be worse.
It could be worse.
Which is literally what a bright side is.
And that pretty much describes all of Oren's entire life.
Yeah. But this prologue, I should say, it also kind of sets the tone and explains a little bit as to why she was, I don't want to say so easily thrown into a cage, but like why she feels secure in a cage and why that's that security blanket effect that we see with her.
Zakir really leans into the reason he's kept her for so long is because she's gold.
Yep.
And he's making so much money off of her, more than the saddles and the brothels.
Yep.
Because
Sure.
she's gold.
And the saddles and the brothels are painting their skin different colors, trying to mimic her.
Yep.
So,
and when they get her back to the inn, which is called the Solitude.
Yeah, it's some depressing
right
name
name?
like that. I don't have my Kindle here.
One of her guards actually tells her she should feel lucky that she's still with Zakir because Barden East makes them go through tests with him before they can become a saddle.
Gross.
And he threatens her. Zakir threatens her if she doesn't start being good and doing what he wants her to. He's going to move her to the east side and sell her to Barden East.
And just be done with her. Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh. So anyway, remember Barden East, he'll come back.
Yes, he will.
Some of us were very shocked about how he came back. Others saw it coming from this chapter. So, we will be discussing this much later, and I will never let you live it down. Also, this wine, it is good, but it's like drinking a Jolly Rancher. It is so sweet. All right, let's move on. Chapter 1. We're into the real book now, guys.
Yes.
We're in Oren's POV, and remember, Slade is Rip is Ravenger. Ravenger is Rip is Slade. Whatever.
All of that.
They're all the same. One guy, 3 names.
Yes.
Not like Cher. No, Cher only had one name. But yeah, Oren is reeling. She's hurt. She's shocked. Oren is a Taurus and she does not handle change well.
I believe that.
Yeah. And she's tired. She's tired of being lied to and manipulated, and that's how she feels. I don't know if it's fair. I don't know if it's not fair. I see both sides.
I'm sure that it's fine.
Well, we still got 4 books left in the series, so.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
But she's struggling to reconcile who she thought Rip versus King Ravenger is, because they were 2 completely separate people in her mind, and now all of a sudden they're one and the same. And they both had, it's like a switch for Slade, right? Like when he flips it, he is that other personality, and there's no going back. There's no crossover, nothing like that.
I have to agree with that. I think that there's a little, because she can see Rip in Ravenger and Ravenger in Rip.
Yeah, you know why she can? Because they're fated mates. Let me have this.
All right. But she really just feels, so here's the thing. Midas lied to her.
All the time. Constantly.
And she thought Rip was different.
She'd hoped Rip was different.
And turns out Rip is a big fat liar head.
Poopy pants.
Just like Midas.
Yeah.
And they go at it about this. It's not like, I'm mad at you.
I'm not talking to you.
No. It's like yelling.
Full on, screaming, yelling.
Yep.
There were no plates being thrown, but that might have just been because there were no plates around.
I was going to say, that's because of proximity.
Yeah.
Because she would have definitely been throwing things.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So she is, again, yeah, she's feeling lied to, manipulated. And it hurts even more because she put so much trust into who she thought was safe and not lying to her. And yeah, he pushed her out of her boundaries, but it was not as bad as Midas.
And then he has the audacity to say, you were lying too.
We're not talking about me, Rip. We're talking about you. My poor boyfriend. Anytime he brings logic into a fight, I'm just like, who do you think you're fighting with? We don't use logic here.
We don't?
No. But yeah, Rip calls her out for lying and hiding. She's hiding her Fey heritage. She's hiding her ribbons. She's hiding her power.
Everything. Yeah, she's letting Midas
steer the boat.
He calls that shit out too. He's like, you let Midas lie.
Yep.
But I don't see you getting angry with him. Fuck you. Fuck you, Rip. Fuck you, Slade.
Fuck all of you.
All three of you can fuck right off.
Whatever personality you are right now, all of them. Yeah. So
yeah, they're tossing out accusations.
Mm-hmm. There's lines about like, oh, do I need to keep track of who's lying about what or how many lies you've been telling?
I twitched when I read that.
Did you?
I really did. I did. I was like, come on, man.
I feel like this is a chapter that I had something I wanted to talk about.
Is it the chapter that you wanted to talk about how while they're in the middle of a fight, he gets really close to her and they're almost touching lips and he grabs one of her exhausted ribbons and starts petting it and it shivers?
It shivers. Shiver
and then
me
all
ribbons.
of the rest of them do, like they calm down because he makes her
knows.
calm.
Yeah.
Well, that was in his rip form because he is still in his rip form while they're fighting, guys.
So, Rip is the army commander, right?
Yes.
Ravager is the king. Slade is his true persona.
Yep.
Okay. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, hold on. I have some highlights. This is one of my favorite lines in this chapter. It's I don't live in glass, I live in gold, so I can throw whatever damn rocks I want.
Oh, that's when he was talking about glass houses. Yes.
Yep. And then, okay, so here's something that I wanted to talk to you about. There's a line in here where she says, "You stood there and kissed me and tried to make me choose you when I didn't know the real you at all. You made me feel like the worst person in the world for choosing him, though I warned you over and over again that I had to."
I remember reading that and thinking, she's not wrong.
What do you think she meant by had to, though?
She thought, in Oren's mind, she thought that going back to Midas was preventing a war.
Okay.
So she thought she was saving
everybody.
Not Fourth Army's people. I mean, yes, Fourth Army's people, but Sixth Kingdom's people from this war. Because she saw what Ravager could do.
She knew that Rip is more powerful than Midas for obvious reasons. Midas doesn't have any power. So, yeah.
Yes. And I think that that's why she did it, it was to prevent a war. What she didn't realize was Ravager walking and rotting just that strip of land was enough to prevent the war.
Yeah. Midas knew that he was outmanned, outpowered, Yeah.
There was no way he'd win. So
Midas was never going to go to war with him. That's why he sent Fifth Kingdom in the first wave.
Yes.
Like, he knew that it was a death trap.
Yes.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from with the war thing. I don't know if there's something deeper.
I really think that she thought she was protecting people.
Or was it not as big as that? Did she have to go back to Midas for Digby?
She doesn't know where Digby is.
Yeah, that's true. But
she has no clue where Digby is. As far as she knows right now, he's dead.
Or he's there and she just hasn't seen him yet because she's only been there for a few minutes, like an hour at this point.
Yeah.
So I think she still has hope about Digby and she held on to that. So, and it could be both. It could be not one thing, but a multitude of things, right? So
yeah,
that line just kind of stuck out to me.
Mine was actually the thing about the ribbons. It was really, I was like, a big deal for me.
Even the ribbons. We get it.
I like the ribbons.
But it is interesting because we know that Oren can turn the ribbons into basically knives, right? They can have the sharp edges and can cut through ropes. So it is interesting that they go all soft under Rip's touch.
And cuddly like a little puppy.
Yeah.
I think it's important that she keeps trying to get him to leave with her words. And he keeps saying no. Which is a super big trope with like almost everything that we read.
It's one of the formulas, right?
Yes.
For a romantasy or a romance in general. Like, it's just,
Yeah, it's like your mouth is telling me to leave, but your eyes are saying something different.
In Rip's defense, her ribbons basically were wrapped around him. Yeah, they're yelling, they're fighting. Oren goes to kick Rip out.
A few times. She keeps, her biggest thing, I think her biggest problem with Ravager versus Rip is how easy it is for him to kill in his Ravager form.
Well, and Ravager has a reputation that Rip does. Well, Rip also had a reputation, I guess.
He does.
But yeah, Ravager has a reputation of being brutal, of killing things, everyone.
Being murdery.
So yeah, no big deal.
A rotter.
Yeah, that's kind of his whole thing. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I think Oren has a hard time reconciling that.
Yeah. I did get really upset about the overreacting moment when he was like, basically, you need to calm down.
You're overreacting.
It's not that big of a deal. You're overreacting. Are you getting hysterical?
All the way off.
I hear he and Midas both do this thing where they're like, you're overreacting. You're being hysterical. And it's just straight gaslighting her every time. And I get so mad because she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I not supposed to overreact when you go from being Rip, the person that I fucking knew, to King Ravager, and not telling me that this is who you were the whole time, knowing that I was terrified?
Am I overreacting or am I appropriately reacting? Are you underreacting?
Are you reacting?
Yeah, but you know who else does that? Xaden. Xaden does that to Violet.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure Rowan does it to Aileen. I'm sure he does. I mean, he punched her in the face. So like,
they did it to Nesta a lot.
They did it to Nesta for the entire fucking book.
No, series.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to say book. I mean, I know Nesta. In ACOTAR, I know Nesta was a really shitty person.
She was written to be unlikable.
And I still maintain that a lot of that is because what we're reading is from Feyre's point of view.
Agreed.
So she may not have understood what was actually going on. And much like with Oren not understanding what's going on in her life.
Yep.
So it's hard for me to be like, Nesta's just the biggest piece of shit.
I am Team Nesta. You don't have to defend Nesta to me. We are a Team Nesta podcast.
We are.
And we will defend Nesta. Although she can defend herself probably much better than we can defend her anyway.
Yeah. Yes. Anyway, so back to Oren.
Are we ready for chapter 2?
Yes.
Okay. Chapter 2. Well, chapter 1 ends with fucking Rip doing a Rip thing and being like, I can't leave. Because guess who's walking up?
Midas?
Midas
it's not
is
Hojat
walking
this
up.
time, I know
that. It's not Hojat. No. Fucking Midas is walking up. And Oren's like, what do you mean he's walking up?
Also, he unrots people.
Oh, yes!
That was a big deal, guys.
That was a big deal.
In chapter 1, right at the end, he switches back into his King Ravager form and unrots the people that he had rotted, because apparently there's a time limit where you can derotify.
Derotify.
I don't know the right word, guys.
The right verb.
You can fix them. And he does, which those poor guys, it doesn't really matter. Because they saw some things and it was bad for them.
It's not going to end well for them.
No.
Yeah.
But then Midas shows up.
Yeah, Midas just strolls on in.
And he does not take it well that King Ravager is in his private chambers.
Which, okay, like, if someone was in my room and I wasn't expecting them, I would also be a little mad about it, you know? Yeah. So that's fair. Yeah.
I forgot my favorite lines in here because Rip is switching back into Ravager. This is the beginning of it, is him switching back at the beginning of chapter 2. And she's like, if Midas finds you here, and he's like, what's he gonna do? Turn me into gold?
He's such an ass.
And I was like, I really love you for this.
He does say something like super slick too. He says something like, I need to change my coat really quick or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he switches back into King Ravager.
Yep.
And then he brings back all the people to life.
Yeah, just talk about like a quick undo on what he just done.
And he does that because she starts freaking out. Like, it's bad enough that she is not in her cage room right now at all. So that's going to be a problem for Midas. But not only is she not in her cage room, there are 6 guards that are rotted.
Yeah.
And she's staring at them.
And she feels bad. She feels responsible for them being rotted. And like, okay, she didn't do the rotting,
but
also it is a little bit her fault.
Yes.
So.
And she's just freaking out. Like, what would have happened if I was able to break the door down and I didn't, and the sun wasn't down, because the sun is down now, but it wasn't when she turned the door gold.
Yep. So
what if
now
she
her
had gone
power is
through the door and with her gloveless hand just turned them all into gold?
Yeah.
She can't undo it like Ravager can. So that would have been permanent. Well, okay, as far as we know.
As far as she knows.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But I do wonder, because eventually they start focusing a lot on training her and like controlling her power.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep an eye on. But yeah, okay. So Midas shows up, looks at Ravager, looks at Orin, looks at the guards that are back alive and coughing and looking like they had just been rotted. And Midas is pissed. Midas is, what do you think you're doing in my room?
What?
You know that these are not your chambers.
This
you
isn't
know
your
that
room?
Yeah. You know that these are not the rooms that you're supposed to be in. And Ravager's just so chill about it. He's just like, it must have been an honest mistake. Yeah. I don't know the castle layout very well.
I thought this was my room.
Yep. Yep.
And poor Orin.
Stuck in the middle of two kings again.
Yes.
Well, remember what happened last time she was between two kings?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fulk ended up stabbed.
Because Digby saved her, which was great, by the way.
For sure.
Yeah. But Midas is throwing his power around and is like, this is an act of war. And Ravager's like, dude, we just agreed a few hours ago.
Signed a treaty, my guy.
Yeah. And I deratified them. They just need a little rest, a little food, and they will be
right as rain.
Okay.
Yep.
It's going to be fine.
But then Midas sees that the door has been gilded, which means the guards saw that the door was gilded.
Yep.
Which means the guards have to die.
Yep. Yep.
So not only did Orin kill those guards, again, she didn't, but by screaming and crying and trying to get out of the room, that attracted King Rot, right? And that's when he killed the guards. She got out, whatever. They had their fight. Midas shows up. Well, King Rot unrots, deratifies. Yeah. Midas shows up, sees that the door is gilded, and now has them killed. So no matter what, these guards were going to die.
These poor guys were going to die.
Yeah.
I do like when Ravager says, interesting how one keeps a king's favored. What does it say, do you think, about a male who keeps a woman in a cage?
Just a knife and a twist.
Salt.
Yep. I love it. But for real, don't keep your women in cages, I guess, is the moral of that story.
Unless they want to be in the
Unless it's all consensual.
Yeah. But Midas does back down after that. I mean,
because
between
Midas
that
outmatched in every way.
Ravager pointing out that they're allies and it was an honest mistake.
My bad.
You know.
My bad.
There's nothing Midas can do at this point, and he knows it. He just kind of lets him go.
I mean, the guards have to pay for it, but...
They do.
Yeah.
They do, which is sad.
Oh.
I didn't like that part. But he blames them for failing when, honestly, how are they going to fight back?
Right. How were they expected to fight back? Yeah.
The dude walked into the room and went, like, I don't know what he does. Does he suck it in or push it out? I don't know how that thing works.
He's got to push it out.
Yeah, but can he just do
suck it back in?
Or is it like a hand movement? Or is he like a bellows? I don't know.
He had a hand movement when he was deratifying because Orin flinched and that pissed him off.
Yes.
So
that is true.
It would not surprise me. I mean, bringing the rot back in is probably a lot harder than letting it just flow out, in all my mystical, magical knowledge.
I think that's fair. We do see in this chapter about how well Midas handles not being in full control.
You mean he doesn't handle it at all?
Yeah. He did not handle that well, which was not good for not only the soldiers, but also ultimately for Oren.
Yeah.
And she really is still playing checkers.
Yeah, she might even be playing Go Fish. She might not even be playing a board game.
Yes.
Ravenger Slade is playing chess for sure. He's always 3 steps ahead.
I'm fairly certain that Midas is playing another game. I think that he is playing charades while everyone else is playing chess.
All right. Anyway, so chapter 2 ends with the men being macho men and just testosterone flying everywhere. It's kind of gross.
And as Ravenger's leaving, that wink.
He doesn't like a wink.
No. But then chapter 3.
So chapter 3 feels like a backslide, right? Midas takes a deep breath. He puts all of his puzzle pieces back together and he says, "Let me give you a bath." And he's just trying to like ease his way back into Oren's world and to get her back to where she was before all of this changes.
Pre-traveling.
Pre-traveling, yes. And Oren goes along with it, but she doesn't fully go along with it. She plays along with it, but she's done. Oren is done. She's not doing this anymore, but she knows that she has to play the long game just to survive at this point.
And her whole... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say her whole body is locked up right now.
I mean,
because
she
she's
just
so
saw
stressed
men
out.
murder her twice.
Yeah, and she's stressed out about how Midas is going to react to what Slade did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's used to seeing not only his good side, but his bad side.
She's seen all sides of well, they've been together for 10 years.
Yes.
So, yeah. Midas draws her a bath while he has servants draw her a bath.
And bring her in food and clean clothes.
Yep, and just pampers her and...
Yeah. And at first she's like, I don't want a bath. And she's just being a contrarian at this point.
And she knows it. She calls herself out on that too.
But she lets him take her into the bathroom. She gets into the bathtub all on her own and is so...
I think Oren, even mid-travel, like if Midas had swooped her up mid-travel, Oren would have fallen back into bad habits.
Oh, yeah.
Like this would have happened and she would have been like, Midas loves me, this is fine, everything's going to be different now, this is going to be great. But at this point, her inner monologue is calling Midas out on his tactics. She knows exactly what he's doing, what he's saying.
Yes.
So now she's playing the game too.
Yep.
Like she is, okay, 2 can play this game. This is what we're doing. Yeah.
And he just tries to, she has a flashback of the last time he gave her a bath.
Which is right after Folk died, right?
Which was right after Folky attacked her. But, he's trying to make her feel comfortable again and let her know that he loves her. And she's like, you did not say that before, bitch. No.
Why do you only say this when I'm in an emotional turmoil?
Right?
Yeah.
And he helps her wash her hair and tries to help her relax. And thankfully for her, there's plenty of food, so she doesn't actually have to talk.
Nope,
and
stuffs her face.
He likes talking.
He likes the sound of his own voice.
So he fills up all the space. Not as well as Ravenger does.
Or as smooth or as slick, but yeah.
But yeah, he just talks and talks and talks and talks.
And she lets him.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is the most awkward comfort scene. And I think that's a testament to Raven.
Yes.
I think it was supposed to be written to be awkward and stiff.
She calls it her quiet goodbye.
Oren's already mentally gone.
Yeah.
She is mentally checked out. She just has to physically leave now.
This bath is basically her cleaning herself of all of her misconceptions about Midas too, I think.
Yep. She's washing the man out of her hair.
No, he is. He does it for her.
Yes.
And then instead of trying to take her into the cage, he gives her her own room across the hall.
Makes a big deal about that and says you don't have to be in the cage, you can have your own space. And then they go and lay down and cuddle.
I'm fine.
And Oren's
fine.
stiff. Like she's stiff. It's awkward. She's not into it. But she does eventually fall asleep. Because how could you not? Yeah. All right. Are you ready for chapter 4?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Chapter 4 it's our second chapter in Midas's POV.
Yes.
And this one we get a lot of his background.
Yes.
Which is kind of interesting. I thought it was interesting. It kind of explained a lot about him.
I think it did.
Yeah. So the scene opens with Midas just chilling in a frickin' gazebo, watching people work. And he's thinking about everything, right? He's thinking about Oren. He's thinking about the 2 kingdoms he's got to run. And oh my god, how hard is it that I have to run 2 kingdoms? Woe is me.
Yes, that's what he's doing. And he likes being out in the cold because it gives him a sense of, it kind of keeps everything under control so he's not losing his temper.
Cools his temper.
Yeah. I think that's how he puts it.
I don't remember that, but that doesn't mean anything.
The perfect sharpness to give one clarity.
So he's a cold-hearted bitch.
Basically.
I love it when he talks about, so he's got his ledger next to him. Yes. That he always has on him. He never leaves it just laying around. And of course, it's written in a code that only he knows.
It's some kind of weird fucking shorthand.
Yeah. And so it's just such a like out of touch CEO vibe, you know, like
it is. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad Oren is finally here. Now I can stop making excuses for why I haven't been using my power.
Yep.
Because I can't keep saying.
Because the country is mourning.
Yeah, I'm trying to be kind because the country is mourning.
So Oren's here, that's great. I have to deal with my frigid bitch of a wife.
Yep.
In 6th Kingdom. The king's son is being an annoying prat, is what he calls him.
Mm-hmm.
Because God forbid the son. Yeah.
And he's running low on the gold. And so he just starts.
Yeah.
He starts watching these ice sculptures because I know that he's just thinking about how soon he can transform these sculptures into gold.
Well, how soon Oren can do it.
That's what I said.
Yeah. So he's watching these ice sculptures work. And it's a bunch of, like, commoners is what I'm going to call them. They're just craftsmen. Like, they're craftsmen. Yeah. And
this one dude comes out.
Yep. And he's got a beard that kind of, like, hides his face, so he doesn't know, like, if he's got a smiling face or anything.
Mm-hmm. And he's bald.
And he's older.
He's old. And he puts on glasses.
And that sets Midas off.
Yes.
So this is when we learn about Midas's backstory and about his dad.
Selenius. This is the same name as the, I don't know if you guys remember back on the first episode where we were talking about the Midas myth. Selenius was either Dionysus's foster father or teacher. That was Selenius.
I forgot that.
You're welcome.
Full circle.
You're welcome.
So yeah, that was Midas's father, and apparently his father was the town drunk.
Yes.
And Midas's mother was the town bicycle.
That is a really nice way of saying that. Thank you.
Yeah, so she was known around town for not having serious relationships.
Loose morals.
Yes, yep, yeah. And so she got drunk one night, got knocked up, because all it takes is one time. Yep. And that's how Midas was born. She dropped Midas off at his dad,
Selenius's doorstep.
Yep, with a bottle of wine and like 6 gold coins.
Yep.
And I think that's where the 6 comes from. I think that's where like he latched onto that. Yeah.
But that's it. That's how he knows his mom.
Yep. So we learn a lot about Midas's history and how he grew up, and we do learn that he ended up murdering his father.
Murdering is a strong word. His father could have saved himself from that fire.
He got his father hammered and set his cottage on fire.
And if he had woken up, he could have saved himself. I'm just saying.
Yes. Anyway, Midas is eventually interrupted by his musings and his remembrance by Odo. I don't know if you guys remember Odo, but that is Midas's #1 advisor.
Yes.
So Odo crashes the party, the pity party that Midas is throwing.
Yes.
With some good news. Well, some news. Well,
it's definitely news.
Some updates.
Yeah, we'll go with updates.
So turns out Queen Melina is doing Queen Melina things and is like openly and actively defying Midas.
Yes, she is.
It's not that the Hawks weren't getting there or that the Hawks weren't getting to Fifth Kingdom. It was that Queen Melina cut off all communication. She just would not let them in or out. That was it.
Yes.
And she is, the rumor has it, the scandal is she is wearing white instead of gold. And we did talk about this, I want to say in the last book. So this is a little bit of an overlap that we're hearing about. And then showing up in the city for charity. Remember that whole fiasco? So empathy. How?
He absolutely did not.
No, because he even said something like she went to the village for charity. She's never bothered with the commoners before.
Nope.
Yeah. And so Midas is just done with women. He's just like, these women.
That's not it. He's not done.
You're right. There is more. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're storming into the castle because Midas can't take it anymore, right?
Yes.
Poor Odo is just trying to follow along.
So first Queen Melina, then people are asking for more gold. Thank God Oren's back because they're out.
But Oren is being Oren and she's not playing nice.
Right. And then he gets the super good news.
The best
news. Just a small complication. Just and minor. That's what Odo calls super minor. He calls it a complication.
Well, it could be a complication.
And it's missed.
Okay, honestly, it is a complication. But anyway, I don't know if you guys remember from book 2, Mista's knocked up. And so when they finally made it to the Fifth Kingdom and they saw the Fifth Kingdom menders, the mender talked to Odo and was like, she's knocked up.
And it's definitely
Midas, yeah.
Yeah, she's 3 months at least, so. Yeah,
because Midas tries to play it off. He's like, she must have cheated on me, or she must have had something happen when she was with the Fourth Army. It's not mine. There's no way it's mine. And poor Odo is just like, I'm sorry, it's gotta be yours. But then, go ahead.
He's struggling with this, and he is losing his shit because he does not know what to do right now. And
he thinks that Miss is lying.
He thinks that she's lying, and Midas is not taking this news well. And he's like, who else knows about this?
Which is a fair question. If you're doing damage control, you need to know.
And Odo, because he doesn't know, says, just me and the mender and you.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know that Hojat knows. And that Ravager knows.
Yep.
And Oren knows.
Which means the Wrath knows. Which means,
yep. So most of the Fourth Army knows.
Well, the key players anyway. Yeah.
That girl was knocked up. So.
But of course, Midas immediately goes into planning mode, into scheming. And he's like, okay, how can I twist this to my benefit?
Yeah. And Odo leaves at this point because Odo's like,
I'm done.
I'm done. You, goodbye. And we get one of Midas's ever. It's not a great line, guys.
Yeah, I'm going to let you say it.
He says, Melina Oren the whore.
Yep.
All of my problems are caused by divine damned women.
Yep.
This is exactly why you can't trust females. My mother taught me that.
Well, so I can't say his mom didn't teach him anything.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
But anyway, Midas decides to lean into it.
Yes.
If he's going to have a baby, it's going to be an heir.
And if nobody else knows, he can play this off.
Yep. So that's where that chapter ends. On to chapter 5.
Yes.
We're back in Oren's POV.
Mm-hmm.
And she wakes up and she's not surrounded by gold bars and she's not in a tent.
So she's very confused, guys. And it's really quiet.
And she's alone in bed.
You know, she doesn't like that. She kind of misses being in Fourth Army's camp. She doesn't want to admit it yet, though.
She won't admit it this chapter.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
But, you know, she wakes up alone in a lavender room.
A lavish room with lavender bed.
Yeah. And she is like, I've got shit to do now that I'm awake. Let's
Now that
get some
I'm
stuff
rested.
done.
Yep.
So the first thing she does, of course, is turn the floor gold because she's not wearing any socks.
I
But
forgot
she
about
can
that.
control her gold, which is kind of neat. So she doesn't have a ton of control, but she can control whether she just turns something like a gold coloring or whether she turns it solid.
Mm.
So she has that much control.
That's something.
At
That's
least
not then.
it's on inanimate objects.
Right.
Because if it was a person or an
Solid
animal,
gold. Yep.
they're fucked.
Yep.
But if it's like bed sheets, it's fine.
Or curtains
Or a dress. So she has to go get herself dressed in the craziest outfit.
So what it sounds like is this dress is, they have, basically it's a corset, but it's like reinforced with bone. So it's super,
Like whalebone,
super unforgiving. So
Yeah.
Orin like gets all strapped in and she's like, apparently women in this kingdom don't need to fucking breathe because good God, no give here.
This dress reminded me of, if you've ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean, the first movie.
Keira Knightley's dress.
Keira Knightley's dress
Mm-hmm.
that causes her to fall off the tower or whatever they're standing on into the water and almost drown.
Yeah. And also her boobs were like hitting her chin.
They were like all the way up.
Yeah. That's how the dress is described is, yeah. And Orin's not having it.
Her ribbons break some of the...
Which good for her.
Corset pieces.
Love that for her.
So that she can breathe.
And then she goes out and roams the castle.
She scares the crap out of her.
That's true.
Guards, which is fantastic. No surprise, there are 6 guards.
Oh, it's Midas, so.
Originally. They're all, can she even be out here?
They're so confused. Like, what do we do? Do we follow her? Do we bring her back in?
And
is she allowed to walk around?
One of them is like, ma'am, you can't be out here. You've been asleep for 3 days. And she's like, okay, I just wanted to kind of walk around.
And he's like,
she's
well, maybe
playing super clueless.
She is. She's leaning into the I'm a dumb girl. Let me twirl my hair.
Yeah.
And the poor guy is like, well, maybe you should go rest. And she's like, it's been 3 days.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. I want to look around. Let's see what this whole...
I've never been here before.
Hold is all about.
Yeah.
And so 2 escorts go with her. The guys that drew the short straws.
Literally.
Schofield and Lowe. And Schofield draws the short straw because he has actually stood guard for her before in High Val.
Okay. So
so
they
he
have...
Knew,
well,
he knew the rules.
Yeah. And Lowe is native to the Fifth Kingdom. So
yes,
he knows the
he
castle.
Used to be one of Fulky's guards.
Yes.
So he knows...
Schofield reminds me of Sail Light. Like, he could be a Sail if he would just loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little.
I could see
At
it.
least right now.
Yeah. Yes, at this point.
Now.
Yeah.
So...
And Lowe reminds me of a Digby Light. Like, he wants to be grumpy. He is grumpy.
He's a grumpy little fuck.
And he wants to, like, follow the rules. And Digby was always that way, too. Like, we have rules. Remember when she started this whole thing? He was always telling Sail, you can't gamble with a favored, and you can't do anything fun with a favored.
No telling her stories.
Yeah. So, it's
no laughing.
It's like a great value, Digby and Sail.
It really is. I like the comparisons that she does. Raven Kennedy. Melina is who Orin could have been had Orin stayed with her family and grown up the way she was intended to.
Yeah.
And I think that some of the other saddles are who she could have been had she stayed with Zakir. And never, started shooting gold out of her hands or sprouted ribbons out of her back. So.
Yeah.
So anyway, she makes Lowe and Schofield take her on a tour of the castle. And her first stop is the kitchens. And they're like, are you hungry? We can just have something sent
bring you up. Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not hungry at all.
I just want it. The kitchen seems like a good place to start.
Yeah. And they're walking toward the kitchens, and she sees this cleaning lady carrying a bunch of rags, and she's like, "Can I have one, please?" And the lady's like,
Thanks.
"You can have as many of these. Please, God, don't touch me. I've heard stories. Just take what you
Yeah,
want."
because I'm sure Midas has been spreading all these stories about you
Yeah.
can't touch the favored, you can't touch any, like,
And
well, she lays into the 2 guards.
she
Yeah.
does. She's very specific with them. She's like, "I don't care if there is a snake in my soup.
I don't care if I'm falling down the stairs. I don't care if I'm falling anywhere. Do
Do
not
not
touch
touch
me.
me."
Yep.
So she gets this rag and sticks it in her pocket. She's like, "Oh, in case I get a runny nose, it's a little chilly in here." And then she gets to the kitchens, and everybody stops working, and they're looking at her, and the head cook is like, "Can I help you?"
What do you want?
And she's like, can I have a piece of fruit?"
Please?
And they basically give her a whole basket of apples and let her pick the one she wants.
And the guard behind her is like, "Are you kidding me? Are you are you serious right now? You said you weren't hungry."
And she grabs the biggest apple she can find,
Mhm.
which we as readers know that she's grabbing these things to gild them
Yep.
for Rissa.
Yep.
But the guards walking
I
with
have
her
no
are like,
idea.
"What the fuck is she doing?" So she wants to go to the library, and they're like, "I'm sorry, what?"
Well, not only that, but she can't go to the library. It's
And
for royals
yeah,
only.
because Lo finally tells her the royal library, like all haughty and shit, the royal library is only for royals, so you
Or
can't
it's by an
go.
appointment. And like,
And she's like, "Okay, let's go make an appointment for me."
"Hey, thanks."
And he's like, "Now?" And she's like, "Yeah, oh, by the way, is there a garden too?" And he's like, "There's a greenhouse." She's like, "Fantastic."
Let's hit it up.
So
She's dragging these poor guards just fucking
all
all
over.
over. And I love that. I love that for her.
I think I wanted to give her my Fitbit when she was doing this, because she would have gotten my steps in.
So she's doing this for 2 reasons, right? One, she's doing it for 3 reasons.
Yes.
She's looking for stuff to gild for Risa because they have that deal
Yes.
where Orin is going to give Risa stuff to buy her freedom. Enough
Mhm.
gold to buy Risa's freedom. 2, she wants to explore the castle and the grounds. Orin knows that she wants to escape, and she knows that she needs to know the lay of the land in order to do that.
Yes.
And 3, I think she's just fucking with the guards.
I think she's having
Honestly.
fun too.
Yeah, like, I think she really
it's freedom.
is.
She's never had this much freedom before.
Ever.
Not for the last decade.
Yeah. Well,
Other
even as
than
a
this
child
last month.
with the Fourth Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hasn't been able to just walk around and explore.
She was kidnapped when she was 5,
5.
right? So from 5 to 15, she was with Zakir.
Yes.
15 to current, basically, she was with Midas.
With Midas.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so she's never really had freedom like this. So yeah,
Yes.
I think she's just fucking with the guards and having fun.
Mhm. And she sees the parapet when they're outside.
Just
So she
first.
sees 2 towers and a parapet that goes across between the 2 of them.
Mhm. Mhm. It's not quite as dangerous as Fourth Wing, but it's not dangerous either.
Right.
Then she meets another guard. He's like an
Captain?
captain. Yeah, he's got a title.
He's a soldier for sure.
He's a dick is what he is.
But she goes up to the top of the parapet, and she
The
actually
guards are
stands on top of
freaking
the castle wall,
out.
which really freaks them out, and she can see everything.
Yep.
And it's an amazing view, and she
Mhm.
loves it. And she starts to get down, and right after she jumps down is when the captain shows up.
And he's just an ass about it.
He really is. And she was just getting ready to leave because these poor guys
They were
are like,
stressed.
"Ma'am, you told us after the library, and then after the ballroom, and then after the greenhouse that we were gonna go back. And this is not back.
This is a parapet. This is dangerous.
This is the opposite
Like,
of what we should be doing."
you said that we can't touch you, but also if you fall, we're dead.
Yeah, you're
So-
giving us anxiety now and stress, so can we just go back now? And she keeps going, "Soon, soon." And she had every intention when she got down to walk off the parapet.
And to walk back. She
And to
was
walk
going to
back.
behave, yeah.
She was, until that captain showed up and was like, "You can't be here."
Yeah, he was a dick about it.
And then her inner, well, all we know right now is it's her anger, but it's her inner Fae.
Mm-hmm.
It's her Fae waking up. And
the Fae do not like being bossed around.
She gets angry.
She gets
like,
dangerous
I'm gonna turn you into gold angry.
Mm-hmm. Also, we're in chapter 6 now. We just kept going. So
I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay. I just wanted we were on track.
Oh yeah, sorry guys. We're on chapter 6 now. My bad.
But it was a very smooth transition. So this douche canoe is yelling at her, like getting in her face. You can't be on this. It's dangerous. Women shouldn't be here. It's only for soldiers.
We don't want you here.
We want you here. So, do you think that he knew who she was? How could you not? She's gold.
He absolutely knew who she was. And I think that's part of the reason he didn't want her there.
I mean, that's...
But he does threaten her too. Like, it's super subtle.
But it's one of those, like, you could fall.
And she's like, "Is the captain gonna help me fall?" And he was like, "No." But you're sitting there going, "Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he is."
You know, his body language was just, yeah, I'm gonna fucking push you over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's getting more and more angry the more he talks. And so she takes off her glove and she starts putting her finger toward his face.
Literally takes off her gloves.
Just the one.
I mean, but we know what happens when she touches people in the daylight. Her ribbons are ready to strike. She's tense. She's pissed.
Yeah. And then, thank
Divine, is that what they say in this book series?
Yes.
Yeah. Ravager shows up.
The best man in the world shows up.
And the way... Ugh. Okay, so I love this line because it obviously has two meanings, right?
Yes.
So he comes, he shows up, he just strolls up all casual, you know, like Ravager does, and all he says is, "I see you're awake, Goldfinch." Which, one, means she's awake. She's been asleep for 3 days, so it's good to see her up and around. Two, her Fae heritage is awake. And he called that out. And that pulls her back into reality. Because she would have regretted it, but she was going to gild that guy.
Oh, she was definitely going to gild him.
Yeah. And I think that shakes her a little bit too. She's like, that could have been bad.
Really just, yep. I think it makes her realize, though, that she is not as much in control as she would like to be. And Ravager has already pointed out to her that she has no control over her gold.
Okay, so that was a few chapters back. I want to say it's still in the same book.
It is.
So she calls it condescending questions. I don't think he was being condescending about it. I think he was literally just curious, and she took it in a condescending way because she's insecure about it.
I think he was genuinely concerned that she did not have control.
Yeah, like I think it was more of a, do you not, how, because in his mind, we'll learn more about his childhood later, but in his mind, he's like, how do you have this power and you don't have control of it? How are you just walking around this world willy-nilly gilding things? Like, what do you mean you don't have control? So she calls it condescending questions. I truly think it was just concern and curiosity. So, but yeah, I think this is a pivotal moment where she realizes, shit, I almost lost control. I need to work on this.
And thank God he was able to be here and stop me.
Bring her back down.
This is the second time he's actually done this. Because the first time he did it, they were fighting in the circle. Yeah. And he actually had to bring her back. It was at night, though, so it was a little less dangerous.
A little less scary. It was like swimming with, whale sharks, not great white sharks.
Yeah.
So she's angry, but she's grateful that he, was able to bring her back down.
Yes.
So that was chapter 6. Chapter 7.
Midas.
Oh,
this is another Oren point of view, just so you guys know.
I think the rest of the chapters... No, we have Melina in here.
There's a Melina chapter, but...
Melina chapters.
But this is definitely an Oren chapter. And this is her. What happens first is she's standing on her balcony. That's the word I was looking for. She's standing on her balcony, reminiscing about a song. And the reason she's thinking about this pub song that she only remembers the chorus to is because she used her pickpocketing skills.
So the lyrics are, Dear John was a yawn, but his trousers hung tight. So the frills would all smile and ask him home for a night. But poor frills, how they trilled, for it was only a pocket of pipe.
That would be disappointing. I'm sorry.
I mean, that would be very disappointing.
Yeah. And then she starts having flashbacks back to the Third Kingdom in that first 6 weeks of her 15th year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is the point where she'd pretty much given up.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that for a little bit. She'd given up a while because she was leaving, so her customers would leave coin on the desk for her or on the nightstand. They were tipping her, and the custom was she could keep her tips. They paid Zakir, her pimp, but she could keep the tips. So 100% of the tips she kept. However, her tips, she was leaving them for the cleaning crew, for the owner of the hotel who came in and cleaned up the room after she had fulfilled her services.
After her time was up in that room.
Yes, yeah. And eventually, this woman is the unsung hero in this story.
The innkeeper?
Yes.
Yes.
Because the innkeeper eventually cornered her and was like, what the fuck are you doing? Take these coins, save them up, and get the fuck out of here. If you're so miserable, save up these coins and leave.
Yeah, because the conversation started off about the fact that she had given up.
Mm-hmm.
That she'd seen the look that Oren had in the eyes of other women who had already just given up on life.
Yeah. And the innkeeper was she saw how young Oren was.
Yeah.
And this is a story of women sticking together in the only way they could, right?
Yes.
Okay, so she didn't buy her freedom, but she didn't have the means to either.
And she couldn't escape Zakir because she couldn't be a stowaway because stowaways were killed.
Yep.
And the innkeeper was like, who said you have to be a stowaway?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a very subtle, you can do this, but you have to do it. It has to be your choice.
And this is the chapter where we get the foreshadowing of her gold power too.
You say that.
I say that. I stand by that. Hold on, let me find it.
For sure, for sure.
So there are just little hints off and on about her ribbons that are going to be coming out soon. But after the innkeeper gives her the best advice that Gabby is going to tell you about ever.
Yep. Okay. Shove down weakness and strength will rise. Which is, honestly, I need that as a tattoo.
Between that and own your shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the innkeeper gives Oren all of the tips that she's been holding for her and just hands them to her. And Oren is playing with one of the gold coins, but then she hears somebody in the hall, one of the guards coming to grab her. And so she drops it back into the bag and she says, as I hurry out of the room, my skin pinches and jumps again. But this time, it isn't on my back. It's on my fingers. So this is, I think, the first foreshadowing of her shooting liquid gold from her fingers.
But yes, the innkeeper is the unsung hero. I think the innkeeper really catapulted Oren's journey.
Yes, made her realize that she didn't have to be stuck where she was.
She does say something about either do or don't. It makes no difference to me. So it seems that trying and failing is better than giving up.
Yes, and I like that.
I like that too. And
then Midas slams her door open and brings her back into the present.
Rude.
But he's fine. He's super sweet. He's the best.
But anyway, he's throwing a tantrum.
He is. She could tell he was angry as soon as he walked in. She said the anger on his tanned face makes his handsomeness drain away, replaced with something ugly, something that makes my stomach ache. So she's trying really hard not to backslide into who she was because he's angry.
Yep.
And she has to actively try not bow her head down and become super meek
And
again,
to cower.
because she
and,
knows
yeah.
that that's how he's going to calm down. So instead of her placating him,
She throws a pillow at him.
she plays so dumb. And she's like, Midas,
Oh.
how are you? And starts making her bed.
Yeah, but he's not here for that. He's
He is
pissed.
not. And he's like, I've just been informed that you were traipsing about the castle all day. And she was like, I did.
Yeah, I went exploring.
I
I have
totally did
freedom,
that.
don't I?
It was great. And she tells him all the stuff she did while she's making her bed and moving her pillows around. And then he's got this look on his face like, are you fucking kidding me? And she's like, hey, will you fluff this for me? And throws it at him and hits him in the face.
I love that. At least she didn't gild it first.
I mean, it was gold, but it definitely was not fully gilded.
Yeah.
Which, his nose breaking would have been fantastic, though. Because,
He gets his due.
there is a precedent for her doing that. Breaking noses, that is.
Yeah.
But he really does not take well to her wandering about the castle unchaperoned.
She was chaperoned. She had 2 guards with her at all times.
Yes, but he wasn't there.
Well, fuck him.
And that rat bastard, Ravager, had the audacity to speak to her again.
Again?
Yes. And
how dare he?
He starts off with the, if you were in the cage, and she gives him the look that shuts him straight down.
Which, honestly, good for her.
Yeah, I'm super proud of her for that. But then he's like, it's too dangerous for you to be wandering about the castle without me. And she was like, I was fine. I had Schofield and Lowe, and we were fine. And they knew not to touch me.
We established ground rules. Everything was good.
Then he flips it and is like, it's not safe for them to be around you.
Which is super cruel because he knows how bad Oren feels, and it's a manipulation tactic, right? He knows that she struggles with control with that. So,
and he even does the shittiest thing. He's like, need I remind you that you just murdered your stand-in? And then he says, think of Karnith.
So at this point, us as readers, we don't know anything about Karnith, right?
No.
We're like, what the fuck is Karnith? What happened at Karnith?
Yeah.
Who is Karnith? What do you mean?
And
so
that'll come up later.
It will. We will get answers.
I don't want to spoil that one.
Did you know what happened in Karnith at this point? Was Karnith a surprise for you when you read about it?
Okay. Yes. That's kind of why I don't want to ruin it for anybody else.
Okay.
Because not all of us are vibe readers.
Not all of us are constantly be surprised by things that are super obvious.
But he's trying to force her into like,
submission.
You have to stay. You must. And she's like, bitch, no.
I have much more control than I used to. I'm not who I was back then. It'll be fine.
Yep.
But he's planting those seeds of doubt.
In her.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah.
Especially because she's so shaky with it already. She's 2 days post-freedom, so to speak.
Yeah. And then, this is actually where we find out that it is animals and humans that she can't stop from fully gilding.
Do we ever find out why?
She says, I don't know why.
Well, that answers that.
So that's it.
I wonder if there's like an emotional connection to it, and so like she can't control the power as much, or if it has something to do with like the circulatory system, or.
And then he's like, well, you can't be outside during the day. That's it. That's it. You cannot be outside during the daytime.
You don't have to go in the cage, but
I'm putting my foot down.
The foot, it's down.
And don't be ungrateful for what I've already offered you and what freedoms I'm already giving you. And she's like, don't be ungrateful for what I'm giving you.
Remember who has the power here, Home Slice.
And yeah. It does not go well. This conversation on either side, both of them think they're winning.
Neither one of them are handling it maturely or responsibly.
No, they're both like teenage girls. It's great.
I'm Team Oren, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would have handled it any differently than Oren.
Yeah. But he does do a lot of gaslighting and
Master
pulling.
manipulation.
Yeah, he's all sorts of manipulative for this.
Yeah.
And he gets in under her skin.
Well, he knows how to. They've been together for 10 years.
And he knows, he's like, I'm just trying to protect you. You need to trust me again, like you used to. And she's like, no, no locks, no cages. Don't test me, Midas.
Every time I read one of these chapters, I'm so grateful that my boyfriend is not Midas.
I'm really thankful that I married a non-Midas myself.
I don't think it would ever cross my boyfriend's mind to like lock me up in a cage. Are we ready for chapter 8? Chapter 8, Queen Melina. My girl. She is living her villain origin story, and I'm here for it. I love it so much. She starts this chapter by dismantling the entire noble house's farming rights.
Just the one house.
But it's the main noble house, isn't it? Like,
if they would pay their taxes properly, she wouldn't have to do it.
Mm-hmm. But they're siding with Midas instead of Melina, and so she can't have that. She's like, well, no more noble house for you.
Yeah, because she's trying to collect the taxes, and they're 3 weeks behind, and they're refusing to pay her.
Right,
Because
because
they'll
she's
only
not.
pay Midas.
They'll only pay the ruler. Yeah. Yep. And she's having them paint over all of the gold. And it's taking coats and coats and coats of paint because the paint keeps getting scratched and gold will pop up. And yeah, I feel bad for her.
I do, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the metaphor of the gold popping up through the paint and her not being able to cover up Midas's touch.
Yes.
Is Raven, you did great. I love it. But yeah, they are things on Highbell are or in Highbell are
not going well.
Things are rapidly deteriorating. The nobles are starting to talk, the peasants are getting twitchy, and then somehow they figure out that King Midas has a bastard child.
A messenger shows up while she is talking with her advisors. He comes in and he's like, ma'am. And she picks on him because it's the same messenger that does everything for Midas. And his name is Gifford.
Oh, that's right.
And she really picks on him because she's like, still delivering Tyndall's messages, I see, no promotion. And he tells her, one doesn't need a promotion when one's doing the God's bidding. And she tries so hard to neg this, like the gods. Goodness, first Tyndall rises above his station to become a king, and now he's a god? Okay, so there comes a point where you're trying too hard to make somebody else into a villain.
Yes.
And this is Melina trying too hard.
Yes.
You're just, girl, just
he is the villain in your story, not in everyone's story.
No, and these other people all love him, so just stop. But he's delivering a message to her from the king, and that message,
you're gonna have an heir.
Yeah, is basically tell everybody you're pregnant, lock yourself up for 6 months, and I'm gonna bring you a baby.
Be useful for a change.
This is your chance to be useful. And the threat.
Lose my shit.
And she did lose her shit.
And she should have.
She just gets up and walks out of the room.
Which, good for her. That was very calm, very controlled. She could have, not done that.
She could have pitched her fit right there in the room with all of those men, but instead, she goes up to her own room and treats Geo like shit.
Well, yeah, there is that. Unfortunately, Geo is a saddle, which means he's far below her station, which means shit rolls downhill, right?
But I think, okay, she goes in her room and she's ranting about this, and he's like, what's wrong? What's wrong, my love? And she gets so mad that he calls her love.
Which I'm sure he's called her before. I'm sure that's just a nickname or a pet name they've called, he's called her.
It's just a term of endearment.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're my saddle. I ride you whenever I want. I am not your love. And I'm like,
calm down.
I need you to take some of that menopause stuff, honey.
And just take a breath.
Maybe a Valium. I don't
Take a
know.
beat.
But she starts telling him about what Tyndall's doing, what his plan is. And he fucks up so bad.
Yeah, Gio is... I like Gio, but sometimes he is painfully man.
Yeah, because he goes, when she tells him that, you know, Midas got one of his whores pregnant.
Saddles.
No, she says horse.
Oh, okay.
And because she's mad.
Sure, she's pissed.
And he's like, yeah, sorry about that. But, ma'am, no offense, but I thought he was the impotent one.
Yeah.
And if she could have frozen him right then,
She would have.
she
Gio
absolutely
would still
would
be
have.
frozen to this day.
Yeah, he would be
Yeah.
dead. And she kicks him out of the room.
She's pissed.
She's angry. She's going over the letter again. And Tyndall's such a prick. And we get one of my favorite lines from her, which is, men ruin all of women's best laid plans.
Yep, accurate.
But she's this is so hard for her.
Well, yeah, because I don't think she ever truly thought that she was infertile.
I don't
think
think
she
so.
really thought that it was Midas.
Yeah. And to have this proof that it could be her has got to be rough for her.
Yeah, I don't want kids. I've never wanted kids, but I can imagine if someone did want kids. And like as a royal, you have that pressure to like carry on the bloodline.
Yeah.
Right? So I can only imagine how crushing it would be to have that hope ripped away from you.
And this poor woman, she has been through so much. Midas has treated her like crap. Her father didn't treat her well. She's basically been used just to be a stepping stone getting into the royal house.
Yep. And she knows it. She's pissed about it.
Oh, yeah.
My favorite line is, if I can't have children, then he can't either. I love it. It turns her into like an anti-hero. It's one of the like it's flipping the script from scorned lover to I'm taking control of this.
Yeah.
So yes. And then the favorite line, men ruin all of women's best laid plans.
Yes.
I love that. Melina does not get a lot of like in-depth stuff in her chapters at this point.
No,
she
not
will
yet.
get a lot more later.
Yes, she will.
So
I do like that she burns the letter.
It's very fitting. Yeah. She's not going down easy. She's gonna take a few thrones with her when she goes down.
And now we're at the last chapter that we're covering tonight, guys.
So we're back in Oren's POV, and she is awoken by dogs, which is a sentiment that I can relate to.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah. Yeah. So yips and barks from dogs wake her up. She goes to leave the bedroom and finds out that Midas has locked her in her room.
The lock is on the outside of the door, guys. There is no lock on the inside. So it's like a deadbolt. We're not even talking a regular lock.
Nope. She is deadbolted.
Yes.
Into her room. So it is not bars anymore. She is literally just locked in a room.
And she's so nice at first. She's like, Schofield, I know you're out there.
Hey, buddy.
I think my door is jammed. Can you open it, please? And this poor man is just
He's stuck in the middle. He is stuck in the middle between a king that he's afraid of and a prisoner that he's afraid of.
And he's basically like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, ma'am. I can't let you out. And
You can tell he feels bad.
Yeah. And she tries to, can you let me out? And he's like, I don't have the key.
And I don't believe that.
Can you go get Midas then, please?
She's being very polite. You can tell that she's a millennial because she's not yelling at the help.
And he's like, I can't do that. And she's like, why not? And he says, because he told me to tell you when you told me to go get him that I can't do that. And I felt so bad for him reading that.
Yes, because you can tell he's in the middle. He's going to be everyone's gonna be mad at him,
Yeah.
right? He can't win.
And he's just like, "He told me to tell you it was necessary."
For
Like,
your
that's
own
gonna make you feel
good,
any better.
right?
And she's like, "I'm sure he did."
I'm sure. Yeah.
So,
She's stewing. She's pissed.
yep.
She's pacing around her room.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. She decides to escape out the balcony.
Yep.
Yep.
She's gonna test out her ribbon strength.
How high up is her room? Do you remember? It's gotta be at least third.
I think it's the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
Because she tries to get down to the next floor, and it doesn't. I mean, her ribbons, so she's not used to using her ribbons this way.
Her ribbons are just to be hidden or to do her hair.
Yeah, that's how she's been using them until she started with the 4th Kingdom. And it's so funny listening to her describe how she tries to climb down the balconies with her
She's trying to be
ribbons.
so sneaky and so stealthy and like so controlled.
And it's just not going well.
No. The ribbons catch her. So like
Yeah.
okay, so she's crawling down and she's like, trying to be sneaky, trying to be stealthy, and eventually her center of gravity takes her too far.
Yes.
And her ribbons have to whip out and grab onto a balcony to stop her fall. So it's got to be at least a 3rd floor.
Yeah, she's on the 3rd floor.
And then she's talking to herself because who else is she going to talk to? She's locked in a cage. She calls herself an idiot. And then someone calls up to her and says, "Funny, I was going to call you the same thing." And it's our favorite guard.
And
not Digby. It's Lou.
That's how she falls all the way down.
Yep, because that caught her way off guard.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, so she falls into the snow, pops up, and is just like, hey, Lou.
What you doing?
What's up? Just casual. Everything's casual here. I'm good. How are you? What are you doing? You know,
it's super cute.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, and Lou is having the best time. She had to be like
Lou is
having
loving
the best
this.
time. Watch this, because I can't even imagine. I tried to picture this. She's on the 3rd floor and she's looking around and she's like, okay, there's stones that are sticking out. I could probably use those to climb down and use my ribbons
to like balance
me.
Try to monkey it down.
It's not going well, and then the ribbons have to catch her, and she almost falls under the 2nd floor balcony, and that's when Lou talks to her.
Yep.
And she just plummets the rest of the way into the snow.
Yeah. It's a baby bird leaving the nest is what
really
this is. Yeah.
And Lou is just fantastic.
Once again, Lou is that friend that you don't want, but you need. Like, Lou is going to tell you and be there for you, whatever. Lou's never going to judge you, but she's going to be like, girl, all right, let's get you dusted off here. Let's get you out of the snow. She's still hanging up when Lou asks if she needs help.
Oh.
She fell. She caught herself with the ribbons. So she's hanging there, and Lou's looking up like,
hey, girl.
Do you need help?
You okay, Guilty Locks?
And Oren is just like, nope, I'm good. Let me know if you need anything. You can leave now.
Don't touch me.
Everything's fine.
Don't touch me.
Everything is fine. And then Oren calls herself an idiot again. And Lou says, yep, glad we've established that. To which Oren's inner monologue says, did I say she was my favorite wrath? She's not.
Yeah.
I prefer Osric. Which is funny because she hated him.
He grows on you like mold.
Yeah.
Or cakes cooking, one of the two.
Anyway, eventually she's trying to slowly unwrap her ribbons so she can crawl down, but she doesn't have the control that she needs of her ribbons. So they just let go and she just plummets face first into the snow. And Lou is just like,
laughing.
Are you good? How are you doing now?
She's exactly how I would handle it too.
Yep.
I would be laughing too hard to really do anything at first.
Yeah, as long as you're okay.
I would check and make sure you're okay. And then I would start laughing again.
Yeah, Lou calls her out. It's an interesting way to leave your room.
Yeah.
Which is, I think that's Lou being like, why are you leaving through the window? and not the
Yeah.
door. So,
And then she realizes that she turned to snow gold, so she tries to hide that. And she and Lou basically go for a walk.
so at this point, we and Oren, we don't know Lou's power, right?
Correct. We do not. And she is. Oren wants to know what Lou is doing because she knows that the Fourth Army is not supposed to be
Wandering.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be wandering around unattended.
Mm-hmm.
And Lou admits completely that they didn't allow her in to just wander around.
Yeah, like your guards suck.
She doesn't outright say anything other than they didn't let her in, and then she just leaves it at that.
Yeah.
And
Lou doesn't say any more than what she needs to, and
Yeah.
Oren doesn't push.
I mean, the only thing she asks her is, well, then how did you get in? And she was just like, I walked.
Obviously.
Duh.
Yeah. Oren is convinced that Lou thinks that Oren is back under Midas's thumb,
Yes.
which is fair. Like, it'd be hard not to think that, right?
Yeah. And Lou's being a little standoffish with her about the fact
Mm-hmm.
that she chose to come back to Midas.
Yeah.
And Lou even tells her, you know, I thought you were better than this.
Talk about a knife to the gut.
I mean, really, it is.
Yeah.
And then they're just like walking in awkward silence for quite a while.
Yeah. Eventually, they just kind of part ways, right?
Yeah.
Like they just, Oren feels
Yeah.
weird and she says something like, I didn't say that I was sneaking out. And Lou is like, well, a sneak can always spot another sneak.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this chapter was not a, there's a lot of character building for Oren in these chapters.
Yes.
She's learning that she didn't break. She can get bruised and not break. She can get more control over ribbons and she might stand a chance.
Yeah.
Lou doesn't hate her, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think that's pretty much it for this chapter is their little awkward conversation.
Yeah.
And then her trying to figure out the lay of the land.
No.
Because that's why she snuck out.
I mean, is it sneaking out when you're locked inside?
No, it's escaping.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think she deserved to sneak away.
I agree. Especially since she'd already made it clear she did not want to be caged or locked in.
She set
And
very
he
clear boundaries.
just told
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He just told her that he wasn't going to do that. And the very next day, locks her in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. Okay. That's it. That is our episode. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Threads. If it's a social media, you can find us there.
If you enjoyed the episode, please rate and review us, share us with your booksties, and tell the world. It is the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow. Because Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support helps keep the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
So join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corksandcauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
If you have suggestions for wines that we should try, let me know. Drop it in Facebook or whatever. I'm always down to try new wines. I'm sure Jen would be down to try a new recipe if you have any ideas for that.
That is true.
Until then, our next episode drops next Thursday, and we're going to dive deep into chapters 10 through 19. We're going to try to keep doing about 9 to 10 chapters per episode, kind of push through this book a little bit. So,
yes.
Yeah. And until then,
eat,
drink,
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers.
Cheers.